The world changed when the mysterious phenomenon of interdimensional gates appeared, unleashing dungeons filled with terrifying monsters upon humanity. These dungeons became a constant threat, but they also held unimaginable treasures within their depths. Only a select few individuals, known as hunters, possessed the special abilities needed to fight against these monstrous creatures. In the bustling city of Arcania, where towering skyscrapers touched the clouds, a young man named Kaiden Arclight lived a mundane life. He was an average hunter, struggling to make ends meet by accepting low-level dungeon raids. Despite his mediocre abilities, Kaiden dreamt of becoming a renowned hunter, earning fame, wealth, and the respect of his peers. One fateful day, Kaiden embarked on a routine dungeon raid with a group of fellow hunters. As they ventured deeper into the labyrinthine corridors of the dungeon, a sense of unease settled upon the group. The air grew thick with tension, and the faint growls of monsters echoed through the darkness. Suddenly, a horde of grotesque creatures burst forth, their wicked fangs and razor-sharp claws hungry for blood. Chaos ensued as Kaiden's comrades fought valiantly, but they were quickly overwhelmed by the sheer number and ferocity of the monsters. Fear gripped Kaiden's heart as he realized he was on the verge of becoming their next victim. Summoning every ounce of courage, Kaiden brandished his weapon and unleashed a flurry of desperate strikes. However, his efforts were in vain, and he found himself on the brink of death, overwhelmed by a relentless onslaught. Just as the monsters closed in for the final blow, an enigmatic voice resounded in Kaiden's mind. "Are you willing to forge a new destiny?" Confusion mixed with a glimmer of hope as Kaiden whispered his answer, "Yes." In that very instant, a surge of energy coursed through Kaiden's veins, revitalizing his weary body. The world around him blurred, and when his vision cleared, he stood amidst the lifeless bodies of the defeated monsters. The taste of victory mingled with an unfamiliar power, and Kaiden sensed that something had fundamentally changed within him. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months as Kaiden delved into dungeons, honing his newfound abilities. The mysterious voice, now his constant companion, guided him through the treacherous paths of the dungeons, presenting him with exclusive quests and perks. With each quest completed, Kaiden's strength grew exponentially, surpassing the limitations of ordinary hunters. Word of his extraordinary exploits began to spread throughout Arcania, earning him the moniker of the Soulbound Hunter. People whispered his name in awe, their curiosity piqued by the rumors of his unprecedented growth. Kaiden relished his newfound power, yet he remained humble, always mindful of the perils that awaited him in the dungeons. As he ventured deeper into the abyssal dungeons, Kaiden encountered creatures more formidable than any he had faced before. Fierce battles ensued, pushing him to his limits, but the boundless power within him surged forth, allowing him to overcome each challenge. With every victory, Kaiden grew closer to his goal of becoming the greatest hunter the world had ever seen. However, the path to greatness was not without its obstacles. Kaiden's rapid ascent in power did not go unnoticed by those who held influence within the hunter community. Jealousy and envy simmered among some of the established hunters, threatened by the rise of this young prodigy. One such hunter was Damien Blackthorn, a seasoned veteran known for his arrogance and cunning. He saw Kaiden as a threat to his own status and was determined to bring him down. Damien hatched a devious plan, using his connections to manipulate the guild masters, the governing body of hunters, into issuing a series of impossible quests specifically targeting Kaiden. Unbeknownst to Kaiden, these quests were designed to test his limits and push him to the brink of exhaustion. From battling colossal beasts to navigating treacherous mazes, each task seemed insurmountable. But Kaiden's indomitable spirit refused to waver. With every quest completed, Kaiden's power grew, but the toll on his physical and mental well-being became apparent. Exhaustion plagued him, and doubts began to gnaw at his resolve. He questioned the motives behind these arduous challenges, wondering if there was more to the guild master's intentions than met the eye. In the midst of his turmoil, Kaiden encountered a fellow hunter named Lina, whose radiant personality and unwavering loyalty offered a much-needed respite from his struggles. Lina, having witnessed Kaiden's trials firsthand, believed in his potential and sought to uncover the truth behind the guild master's actions. Together, Kaiden and Lina embarked on a perilous journey, delving deep into the heart of the guild's headquarters, where the secrets of their machinations lay hidden. They navigated a labyrinth of deceit, uncovering a web of corruption that extended far beyond what they had anticipated. It was revealed that the guild masters, driven by their fear of Kaiden's unprecedented growth, had conspired with powerful entities in the shadows, seeking to control and exploit his boundless potential for their own gain. The quests were a ploy to break his spirit and bend him to their will. Enraged by this betrayal, Kaiden and Lina resolved to expose the guild master's treachery and free themselves from their grasp. With their combined strength and unwavering determination, they confronted the corrupt leaders, engaging in a fierce battle that would determine the fate of not only Kaiden and Lina but also the entire hunter community. In the ultimate clash of powers, Kaiden unleashed the full extent of his soulbound abilities, unleashing a devastating force that shattered the illusions of control the guild masters held over him. The truth was revealed to all, and the hunters, once divided, rallied behind Kaiden and Lina, united against the corruption that had tainted their world. With the guild masters defeated and the truth laid bare, Kaiden emerged as a symbol of hope and change. He vowed to rebuild the hunter community, eradicating the remnants of corruption and ensuring a brighter future for all hunters. And so, the legend of Kaiden Arclight, the soulbound hunter, continued to grow, not only as a testament to his unrivaled power but also as a beacon of justice and resilience in a world plagued by darkness. The Soulbound Saga had only just begun, with Kaiden leading the charge towards a new era of honor, unity, and boundless possibilities. Though the defeat of the corrupt guild masters marked a significant victory for Kaiden and Lina, their journey was far from over. The repercussions of the guild's betrayal had left a void in the hunter community, and it was up to them to rebuild the trust and unity that had been shattered. Kaiden took on the responsibility of restructuring the guild, vowing to eradicate the remnants of corruption and establish a fair and just system for all hunters. He sought out individuals of integrity and unwavering loyalty to join him in his mission, carefully selecting those who shared his vision of a united and honorable community. As the days turned into months, Kaiden and his newfound allies worked tirelessly, drafting new guidelines and regulations that would ensure the safety and well-being of hunters. They implemented a system that promoted fairness, equal opportunities, and transparency, leaving no room for manipulation or deceit. Word of the reform spread quickly throughout the hunter community, and many once disillusioned hunters began to rally behind Kaiden's course. A sense of hope and renewed purpose infused the era's guilds, and individuals alike pledged their support, recognizing the importance of standing united against the ever-present threat of the interdimensional dungeons. Meanwhile, Kaiden and Lina continued to venture into the treacherous dungeons, not only to protect humanity but also to uncover the mysteries that lay within. They encountered ancient relics and artifacts that held unimaginable power, each discovery adding to their arsenal and strengthening their resolve. Their exploits did not go unnoticed by the higher powers of the world. The Council of Elders, a group of enigmatic beings with immense knowledge and wisdom, had been silently observing Kaiden's rise and the subsequent upheaval within the hunter community. Impressed by his resilience, they summoned him to their sacred domain, a realm veiled in secrecy and steeped in ancient wisdom. Within the council's ethereal chamber, Kaiden stood before the elders, his soulbound aura shimmering with a rare brilliance. They recognized him as the chosen one, destined to bring balance and harmony to the world. They imparted upon him ancient knowledge and techniques, honing his skills and unlocking dormant abilities within his soul. Armed with this newfound enlightenment, Kaiden returned to Arcania, his resolve burning brighter than ever before. He embarked on a quest to cleanse the dungeons of their malevolent presence, seeking to close the interdimensional gates once and for all. With every dungeon conquered and every monster slain, the light of hope spread, dispelling the darkness that had plagued humanity for so long. As Kaiden's name reverberated through the realms, stories of his exploits reached even the most distant corners of the world. Hunters from far and wide sought to join his course, and guilds that had once been rivals now stood side by side in solidarity. The Soulbound Saga had become a symbol of unity, an epic tale of redemption and triumph. But amidst the growing fame and adoration, Kaiden remained grounded, never forgetting the hardships that had shaped him. He carried the weight of responsibility with humility, always mindful of the fragility of their world and the countless lives that depended on his leadership. The journey of Kaiden Arclight, the Soulbound Hunter, was an ongoing saga, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. With each step forward, he drew closer to fulfilling his destiny, leaving a lasting legacy that would inspire generations to come. And so, as the Soulbound Saga continued to unfold, the world braced itself for the challenges that lay ahead, confident in the knowledge that as long as Kaiden and his allies stood united, no darkness could extinguish the flame of hope. The tale of the Soulbound Saga had only just begun, with Kaiden leading the charge towards a future where humanity and hunters alike would rise above their limitations and forge a new era of peace and prosperity. Despite the progress made in rebuilding the hunter community and closing the interdimensional gates, a lingering darkness continued to cast its shadow over the world. Deep within the hidden recesses of Arcania, a formidable adversary was gathering strength, plotting to unleash chaos and destruction upon the realm. Rumors of a mysterious cult known as the Shadow Brotherhood began to circulate, their sinister intentions veiled in secrecy. Whispers of dark rituals and forbidden knowledge sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest hunters. Kaiden sensed the looming threat and knew that the Soulbound Saga was far from over. Determined to unravel the mysteries surrounding the Shadow Brotherhood, Kaiden embarked on a perilous quest. He delved into the ancient archives, seeking ancient texts and prophecies that might shed light on their malevolent plans. Lina, as ever, stood by his side, her unwavering loyalty providing strength and solace amidst the encroaching darkness. Their search led them to the forgotten ruins of an ancient civilization, where they discovered cryptic inscriptions and long-forgotten artifacts. Guided by their instincts and the echoes of history, Kaiden and Lina deciphered the clues that would unravel the Shadow Brotherhood's true purpose. It became clear that the cult sought to harness the power of the interdimensional gates for their nefarious ends. They believed that by unleashing the forces of chaos and darkness, they could reshape the world in their own image, plunging it into eternal despair. Their leader, a figure known only as the Shadow Lord, possessed unholy abilities and wielded an ancient relic that granted him unparalleled strength. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Kaiden called upon the united hunters and guilds to join forces, forming an alliance against the impending threat. Together, they trained relentlessly, honing their skills and strategizing for the ultimate confrontation. The climactic battle against the Shadow Brotherhood took place at the convergence of the dimensions, where the veil between worlds was thinnest. Kaiden led the charge, his soulbound powers resonating with an intensity that shook the very fabric of reality. The clash of forces was cataclysmic, with hunters and cultists locked in a desperate struggle for the fate of the world. Amidst the chaos, Kaiden faced off against the Shadow Lord himself, a formidable opponent shrouded in darkness. The clash of their powers reverberated through the realms, shaking the earth and igniting the skies with brilliant displays of light and shadow. In the decisive moment, when all seemed lost, Kaiden tapped into the deepest recesses of his soulbound abilities, unleashing a surge of energy that eclipsed even the Shadow Lord's might. The clash of powers reached its zenith, resulting in a blinding explosion that engulfed the battlefield. When the smoke cleared, Kaiden stood victorious, the remnants of the Shadow Brotherhood scattered and defeated. The threat had been vanquished, and the world was safe once more. The Soulbound Saga had reached a critical juncture, with Kaiden emerging as a true hero and savior. The people hailed him as a legend, a symbol of hope and resilience. But Kaiden knew that the story was not yet complete. There were still countless dungeons to conquer, mysteries to unravel, and new challenges to face. With the support of the reinvigorated hunter community and the enduring bond with Lina, Kaiden vowed to continue his journey. The Soulbound Saga would be an eternal quest for justice, peace, and the relentless pursuit of becoming the best version of oneself. And so, as the sun set on the battlefield, Kaiden Arclight, the Soulbound hunter, prepared for the next chapter of his extraordinary saga, ready to face the unknown and shape the destiny of a world forever transformed by his indomitable spirit. The Soulbound Saga had reached its climax, but the story continued, waiting for the pages to be written anew.